Today we're going to be taking a look at the best hitches available for the 2010 Kia Sportage. Here we have the Curt Class 3. Now the Class 3 hitch offers a 2" by 2" receiver tube opening. Its part number is 13526. Just like the Draw-Tite here, Class 3, so we've got the 2" by 2". This part number is 75561. And then the Draw-Tite Class 2, which you see here on the bottom, this has the 1¼ by 1¼ receiver tube opening. Its part number is 36363. Now a couple of the standout differences that I really notice in the hitches, of course, our receiver tube opening size, but we've kind of already talked about that. But the plate that's been welded on to the Draw-Tite hitch here on the side is really going to be the only noticeable difference. We've got 3 pre-drilled holes there. This is going to allow for wiring attachment if you choose to have a 4-pole or maybe a 7-pole in the back of the vehicle. That'll give you a convenient connection point for that. Another thing a little bit different about the Draw-Tite hitch versus the Curt hitch is that we've got a little bit of a rounded edge here at our reinforcement collar in the receiver tube opening, where our Curt, it's going to be a little bit more flush. Now I prefer the flush look, but it's just a preference thing. Also, you'll notice the Curt's going to use a 5/8 diameter pinhole here on the side. That's what we're going to use to secure all of our items with. We want to be sure we choose a Class 3 accessory, but we're going to have plenty of room on each side for whichever one we might go with. Once we move into the Draw-Tite, it has 2 holes in it. Now, the larger hole closer to the front of the vehicle is the one we're going to use to secure all of our items with. And just like the Curt, there's plenty of room there on each side for whatever Class 3 accessory we might choose. If you choose the J-pin stabilization system, that's when this rear hole will come into play. It's just a form of anti-rattle device. When you move to a Class 2 hitch, your pinhole diameter is going to go down to a 1/2 inch. You want to be sure you stay with Class 2 rated accessories, but just like the others here, there's going to be plenty of room there for whatever connector or whatever kind of pin and clip you decide on. Should be plenty of room to get that connected. Safety chain connection points are going to be consistent throughout the hitches. They use a rolled steel style stock. You'll see the reinforcement collar here on the Draw-Tite Class 2. It's more of a band that's been wrapped around and then welded. Now installation and parts removal and all that's going to be the same. It's a really easy hitch to do, something you can take care of in the driveway very simply. Although the Curt does use 1 additional bolt on each side. It's going to go into a weld nut, so it doesn't really create any extra work for us. Just wanted you to keep that in mind. Now when it comes to weight ratings on our hitches, both Class 3s are the same. Got a 350-pound tongue weight rating, so that's the maximum downward force we can put here at the receiver tube opening. And it offers a 3,500-pound gross trailer weight rating. Now that weight rating is going to be the total weight of our trailer and anything that we load up on it, but all 3 of the hitches are going to have it, 3,500, 3,500, and 3,500. The only difference with the Class 2 is that our tongue weight rating, it's gone down to 300 pounds, where the Class 3s, those are at 350. Now none of the hitches are rated for use with weight distribution, so we don't want to go down that road. Now when installed on the vehicle, this is about what all of our hitches are going to look like. Of course, the Class 2 hitch, the 1¼ hitch, it's going to be a little bit smaller, so it won't come down quite as far. But to the inside top edge of the receiver tube opening here to the ground, they're all about the same. From the center of the hitch pinhole to the outermost edge of the bumper, that's all going to be about the same. So the biggest deciding factor you might have would be whether you like the flusher style reinforcement collar here on the Class 3, whether you want an attachment tab here on the side of your wiring. That would help you decide between the Class 3s. If you don't know what class you want, I would definitely lean towards the Class 3 because there's a lot more options and accessories out there available. However, if you already have a bunch of Class 2 accessories at home, it doesn't make sense to get a Class 3 hitch and then start all over. So, and really if the attachment point for the wiring is a big issue for you, I'd go that route. If you don't need an attachment point, then I'd probably go with the Curt or whichever one was more inexpensive. That's going to complete our look at the best hitches available for the Kia Sportage. Hope it'll make your decision-making process just a little bit easier.
Click the link below to shop, learn more, or visit us at etrailer.com.